Welcome to Real Talk Wrestling. I'm your host, Josh. With me, Miami Clutch PE, and we gave El Ginger Americano the night off. He got a little cold, or he might want to watch the Pacers game. Like I really don't know at this point. Now I'm like the boss at my job. Like when I call out, they're like, "It's Josh like at a baseball game, or is he sick?" So what's up, Chris? You watching the Pacers game or what? By the way, who's your pick? Thunder, Pacers.
Uh, Thunder. I've had the Thunder since the beginning of the playoffs, so I'll roll with it.
All right, all right. Michael Cole clearly going for the Pacers. That was odd. That was an odd situation to see Michael Cole in a Pacers jersey the entire night. I'm surprised they allowed that. It's pretty cool. How'd you think about that?
That was funny. I
Yeah.
mean, I like how the positive side of like Pat McAfee is that he brings out that side of Cole. Well, he's willing to be a little more out there, so I appreciate a little bit of that.
Yes, some pretty cool stuff. All right, let's get to business. We're gonna talk Money in the Bank. We got the whole card broken down. So Chris is not here. Do you still want to go after my title?
I'll still go after it.
All right. Well, confidence points and all, right? We're doing all the good stuff. All right.
Yes,
How
sir.
many matches are there?
Four.
One. There's four. There's only four matches.
Yeah, well, I was surprised too before when I was looking at the card.
All right. I see the women's match, Lyra and Becky, the tag team match, and the men's match. That checks out. That's the way it should be. So we'll break that down. If you have not seen our prediction show before, we do confidence points, as in, for example, I would go. I think Seth Rollins is going to win the Money in the Bank match. Confidence 4. If I get that right, I get 4 points on my scorecard. So it helps, especially with matches like this where there's only 4 cards. We're not going to have ties. Hopefully, we don't think so, at least. So we'll go through that, break down every single match, who's going to win, what matches we're looking forward to, and maybe possibly the outcomes future with the Money in the Bank. But we got a problem in the WWE, and I think she's on our screen right now. She's not the problem. Roxanne Perez is not the problem. Julie is not the problem. Stephanie Bakir is not the problem. Liv Morgan, the whole women's division's a problem. And it's a good thing. It's a good problem to have. There's too many talented women in the WWE. When I saw Mariah May today, I didn't watch Tuesday, didn't know Wednesday. I found out today Mariah May debuted in NXT. And I was going, man, she's a top 3 women's wrestler in my eyes. I think she is better than Tony Storm. I think she's better than Mercedes. I think she's better than Rhea Ripley. I think she's better than Liv. I think she's on top. I really think she's in the top 3. I don't think she's better than Io. I think Io's number 1, and I think Stephanie Bakir is number 2. But I think Mariah May is a top 3 women's wrestler. Promo, the look, the style, the way she can work a crowd, the way she works in the ring. We told you from the start, Clutch. She doesn't work the way she looks. She's a beautiful woman, but she don't work that way. She's a beast. Can't wait to see what they let her do in NXT. I'm excited for this, and this is like really she's on the NXT. Jordan Grace, I didn't mention her. She's on the NXT show. She should be on Raw. She should be on SmackDown. But be that as it may, there's too many women right now, and there's too much going on. How do you feel about that? Do you think they're just building up for this evolution show, and then they're going to cut a bunch of women because there's just too many and not enough screen time for them?
There's a lot of good women on the roster, and now I think it was a perfect time they introduced the mid card championships because now that you can actually put them to use instead of putting them on jobber women. No offense, like I'm Selena Vega and all those girls, they're solid, but now you can put like top tier talent in those divisions, maybe the new ones. They already teased it on SmackDown. Julia seems to want to go after the U.S. title, and that's a hell of a way to establish that title as a meaningful title. Becky, as much as people want to talk about her, she's still a big name. She wins that IC title. She establishes that title as something you want to win. So I think it came at a perfect time, those titles, and then they had to effectively push NXT women up into the main roster to make room for the new women coming in who are also really, 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 really good. For example, Mariah May. And they have this little system that's been working. They did it for Stephanie, they did it for Julia, where they funnel them through NXT first for a couple months, let them get their feet wet in like WWE waters, I guess, and then they can move into the main roster. I mean, Stephanie and Julia weren't in NXT for very long, so
No.
I think the same's gonna happen for Mariah. They'll probably have her run the women's division as champion, in my opinion, like very very soon, and with her and Jordan Grace for now being the main faces, because I don't know what's going on with Jordan Grace in the main roster yet. But considering what you saw earlier, um, with all these women going up to the main roster, I think Jordan Grace is probably better off still in NXT maybe for 1 or 2 more months while everything settles in. And yeah, the Evolution pay per view. I mean, it looks like it's going to be really good with all these women that are coming up. And now you see the Money in the Bank lineup. Everything's looking really, really proper for the women's division.
And I think it's an opportunity for these other women, like Zelina Vega, put her in a role where she succeeds, where she excels. She was such a great manager, and there's nothing wrong with being a manager. You know, everyone, even men managers like Stokely Hathaway over there in AEW. He pops up, he manages. We like him. We like what he does. He goes away, he pops up, but he's a male manager. We all like to see Paul Heyman. So it's nothing like, oh, we'll just put Selena there. No, she was great with Andrade. She in the COVID era was running Raw and SmackDown. Do you remember that? Like
Yeah.
she was walking up to the big stars. She was doing all the talking, and it was great. She's good on the mic. She can do the Hurricane Rana once in a while to the baby face while the referee is looking away. She can do these moves still and be effective as a ballet, as a manager. So you take these women that shouldn't be wrestling, someone like a Jade Cargill. You don't need to put her in all these matches for the US title and everything. Make her important. Now she could be more of an attraction. She doesn't need to wrestle as many matches because now we have so many workhorses. Like I think it's so diverse and so good that everyone has a role. So when people were complaining like, oh, Cora Jade got cut, or oh, who's the girl from Damage Control? Dakota Kai got cut. Those cuts sucked. Like I liked watching those women wrestle, but when they weren't growing as competitors, or they were injury prone, or they just weren't getting over, now we see why they cut ties, because they have plans for the future with Stephanie McCure, with Mariah May, with all these other women coming in. So, if you want to add these women, you had to make some cuts, and that it sucked, but it is what it is. And now we have a new woman in NXT, and it caught everyone's eye. I believe. I think this is a big move, such a big move. AEW is losing a lot of talent. When people go over there, they think it's greener grass, more money, but they always come back, or they always want to get there. Stephanie McCord did her little. She didn't sign, but she did her little matches with AEW. She went straight to NXT. Julia was supposed to go to AEW. She's like, nah, screw that. I heard this and that and this. I'm going over to NXT. Mariah May, she was the champion for months and months and had the biggest program in their history of the company, besides Hangman and Omega. She's like, I'm scared. I'm out. I'm going to NXT. Jade Cargill. Like, it's just funny how many stars have made that move, and we don't see that move the other way anymore. It's just wild.
And the willingness from being like on the top show in the other company to the willingness to go to NXT. They know they're going to NXT, and they're like, yeah, let's go. Because I mean, NXT has been touted for a while now as the best women's division in the world, and especially for the men, I don't know how that works, but for the women, I can see why they want to be in NXT first, because these girls that are now in the main roster just made a huge name for themselves, and they want a little piece of that.
Yeah, it's like it's weird, like the Penn State linebackers, or like the Miami Hurricane tight ends. At one point, they were all studs. NXT women's wrestling since Sasha, Bailey, Becky, and Charlotte. Even before that, though, right? Paige and AJ Lee. I think she was she down there ever? I'm not sure she was, but I know Paige was.
I don't think so.
But yeah, but Paige definitely was. Like ever since then, this has been a Asukas, the Bianca Belairs. Like it's just been a what's that word? The power plant just for women's wrestling coming out. So good news. It's great stuff, man. But That is leading me into Money in the Bank, and we do have a women's Money in the Bank match as well as a men's, and we have a women's title match. Lyra Valkyria, Bird Girl, she's awesome by the way, and Becky. And then there's the tag team match, the thrown together tag team match, which I don't think we've seen John Cena. No, we saw John last Friday night. He was in the ring with Logan Paul, so we had that tag team match to look forward to. So I'm going to start with this one. Start with a tag team match. Are you excited for this match at all? Do you like? I don't think we spoke about it. Do you care about this match?
I do and I don't because I don't know. I enjoy the people in the match individually, but it is very thrown together. It's both of the main champions being tied down to one match. When I mean, we saw it as a four match show, and usually it's five. I know the Money in the Bank matches run longer, so it's gonna end up being okay. But yeah, it's very thrown together, and yeah, I think it's made so Cena's not too heavy on the one-on-one matches. He can take
Yep.
it a little bit easier, and then it can help build up to future programs. Which, because I'm assuming we're getting to Cody and Cena at SummerSlam, so
Yes. I think this match was put together to get Cody back on television and into a major PLE. This is one of the big five. Cena needed to be in the match, but you can't defend it every single month.
Mhm.
So I understand that. I totally understand why they're not defending it. Jey Uso, same situation. That match has already been set with Gunther the Monday night after Money in the Bank. Logan Paul's there to take the pin. That's how I see him there. Cody just came back. He's not going to lose. He's not going to take it. He's not going to eat a L. Jey Uso, you need to make him look strong and remain strong, because if he loses, he gets pinned 1, 2, 3. He has no chance versus Gunther. You have to keep him strong. Cena's not taking an L as champion, so Logan Paul's there to take the what do they call it? The 3 to Cody. Oh gosh, that's a horrible name for a that's a horrible name. But the Cody, I think he's gonna take that 1, 2, 3. And my confidence level, by the way, I'm just gonna throw it out there, is a 4. This is my lock of the night. I think Jey Uso pins homeboy Logan Paul.
That's fair.
I'll say, are you on the same page?
I am on the same. It's the most obvious when you look at the four people in the match. Jay has a championship match around the corner. He can't lose. Cody needs to build up for SummerSlam. He can't lose. Cena's not taking a pin. So I feel like I already know where this is going. So I hate to copy. I really do. But yeah, confidence level 4.
It's
And
just too easy.
3 faces, yeah.
Yeah, it's just too easy. Does this so do you think this goes on right before the men's? Let me ask you this. What do you think closes the show and opens the show? Because I think it's gonna be ladder match and ladder match.
I think the tag match goes last. There's 2 world champions. You can do an angle after the match where there's a tease for a cash in. I think it's set up for something like that to happen.
Okay. I don't see it going that way. I do see the men's going last. Because, and I said this to Bob, and I think I said to you too. I like that there's no main title match on this card, because it makes the Money in the Bank matches so much more important. They are the championships. They are the number one asset in WWE besides the championship. So they should be treated as the most prized possession on the show. So what, listen to these marks talk about how, no, you know what I did? I went on the internet again, by the way. I went on Blue Sky, and I got into this stupid argument about AEW pay-per-views are the best bang for their buck, bro. And I'm like, here I go, back to my old ways. I'm not trying to watch a pay-per-view past midnight, brother. Sorry, you could have cut, 2 hours of this pay-per-view. Oh, but you don't like professional wrestling? No, brother, I don't want to watch an Anarchy in the Arena match for 45 minutes, then watch a 25-minute meaningless trios match with Adam Cole and the Circus Clowns, freaking Speedball Bailey, 25 minutes, and then watch Hangman Page for 30 minutes. Too long. So I don't know where I was going with this, but too long. If WWE put a championship match and then another championship match, and then a tag team title match, and then this and that, it just devalues everything. It really does. So I'm glad that this is a low, 4 matches. I think they're going to bookend it with the women's and then the men's. But we'll see. John Cena, John Cena should main event, but he didn't. He did not on Saturday Night Main Event. He did not main event Saturday Night Main Event. I thought he would. So
That's
I don't know. You can go either way. All right, let's go to the women's Intercontinental Championship match. Lyra versus Becky Lynch. The man is really, and I hate to say this, I hate to admit this, she's doing a great job elevating Lyra. She's making Lyra relevant. Okay, I'll just put it this way. And if you know, you know. If you're an OG viewer, then you know. I watched Raw the next day, and usually when there's a segment I don't want to watch, I'm not shy. I just fast forward or I get up and go. Lyra came out. I hit the fast forward button. And then about 2 seconds in, I go, wait a minute. And I went back and I watched the whole segment. That's hard for me to admit. And that was hard for me to do. And I'm glad I did because I think she's doing so well. I actually enjoying this feud. Are you in on it too?
I'm in on it. You made a point. Becky, it's starting to heat up a little bit what she does because earlier when she first came back, I was like, nah, I'm good. And there's a little something to this feud that I'm interested in. Like I'm interested in the second match more than I was for the first match. So they did a good job there. And I like the way it's being built up. And Lyra's so good in the ring. She's so good, and it's time you had to like had her flash some personality, some like fire, and it's getting there, and I'm enjoying that.
Yes. She's so good in the ring. She does need that, like, I guess, personality, like you said, because she does seem like a crybaby baby face. Like she would, if a women's division had a Cody Rhodes, that would be her. She's just a cry, like she has that face of like despair all the time. So I like this. I like this. She came out. By the way, this has changed since Paul Levesque took over, since Triple H took over. She came out mad, marching to the ring. None of this bird stuff, no high-fiving fans. That's something we didn't see. Bianca Belair could have gotten beat down, cinder block, put on her face, put in whatever, just throw her into the ocean. She'll be back next week shaking her hair, dancing to the ring like nothing happened. That's how the old administration dealt with it. The new one, she was pissed. I'm like, all right, Lyra, let's hear what you have to say because it gets me interested. I think she's retaining the title. I think she's keeping it. I don't think we see Becky Lynch holding this title ever. I think Becky wants Lyra to be solidified as a true superstar, and beating her multiple times is going to do that. And I think beating her will do nothing. It'll do nothing for the title. It'll do nothing for Becky Lynch. I think having Lyra come win this match and be dominant, I think that would be so much better for her. I don't know how the confidence I feel in that because it is Becky Hogan at the end of the day. And we have 2 ladder matches coming up, so it's going to be hard to be confident in those as well. So I'm going to go with a 2 confidence level, 2 on this one. Lyra.
Okay. See, I think this is the match where the title's going to be won between us because I don't see them having the same match 2 times in a row and having the same result.
Okay.
I think Becky's taking the title. They might have if it captivates an audience and like it's a good match, they might have a blow off match, a third at SummerSlam, or with a little bit more at stake, or more stipulations, or however you want to put it. But yeah, I think I'm taking Becky, and yeah, the ladder matches, no confidence in those. So I'm going confidence level 3 for Becky.
Oh, 3. So you're saying okay. All right. Well, I'm pretty confident in the men's winner. Pretty confident in that one. So we're gonna go with the women's winner right now, or match. So we have Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, Stephanie Vaquer, which I was surprised that I wasn't surprised. But I was happy she got in. Julia, Roxanne Perez, and Naomi. Now, Rhea Ripley and Alexa Bliss have been champions before. Naomi's been a champion before. But Kira, Julia, and Roxanne Perez are rookies. So this is kind of cool to see the new mixed in with the veterans. There's a couple people that I can X out right away. Naomi, one of them, X'd out. I know she's doing good work. She's doing much better work. than she ever has in a while, actually. So, but still, I don't think she's gonna win. Alexa Bliss xed out. She has no plans, no future plans, um, in my eyes at all. So it comes down to the newbies and Rhea. Does Rhea need it? Does Rhea seem like a person that needs it? I don't think
Not
she
really.
is.
She's
No.
she's she doesn't seem like a ladder match winner. It's never been her style, and they can always play into that when for the reason that she loses. She's not a competitor for a ladder match. Last time I saw somebody that doesn't fit win a ladder match was probably like Kane when he won a Money in the Bank, and that was years ago. So I don't see it. Maybe she wins because obviously you still have to give her a shot because it's Rhea, but I don't think she does.
Recently, Randy Orton won it, and I thought that was odd. Hell, I thought Drew McIntyre winning it was odd too. I hate when established people win it. By the way, I just want to throw that out there. I understand why we need established people to win it sometimes, but I mean, you can't do it every year, but the up and comer is so much more fun to watch win this thing. So that's why I don't want to see Rhea Ripley win it. I don't want her because what's she gonna do? Challenge Tiffy? I don't. We don't need to see that. She gonna challenge Io Sky again? I guess they could. They still have history. They still have, I guess, stuff left over from WrestleMania. I guess they could. Did Io Sky? Who did she cash in on? Io Sky.
She cashed in on I am blanking out.
Me too. That's what I'm trying to think. Like, did she do it on Rhea? Now Rhea can get revenge. Maybe. Maybe I don't. I don't know.
Quick
But I
research.
don't think. Yeah, quick research. If so, someone like Stephanie Vakir wins this, it would be such a wild card. It'd be such a fun. I think that'd be fun. I don't think Julia should win it. She's already made her statement. She's going to win the US title. So I don't. I think she's eliminated. Really, to me, it comes down to Stephanie Vakir and Roxanne Perez.
She cashed in on
Roxanne
Bianca.
Bianca. Okay, she cashed in on Bianca. Where is Bianca? Where did she go?
She has a hand injury. She was on SmackDown with a her hand is wrapped up.
Okay, I haven't. I pick and choose what I watch on SmackDown,
That's
as
fair.
you know. So, anyway, so I think it comes down to Perez and Bakir. Bakir is super over, man. People are so into her. The fact that they know Booker T's, the fact that they know that tells you everything you need to know. That means these people are searching clips on YouTube for this because they like to see her. Roxanne Perez it fits in the story. It fits in the story. Story that's being told right now is Liv was going to win the Money in the Bank, and she thinks that Roxanne Perez and Finn Balor are sabotaging her. That's the story. So for that reason alone, I'm going Roxanne Perez is going to win this Money in the Bank, and I think it's a confidence level 1 because I think it could be Rhea Ripley as well. And I think those Ripley, Vakira, and Roxanne Perez are my three favorites. But I think for story purposes, Perez is going to win.
Oh.
Confidence 1.
It says a lot, I think, in the Money in the Bank that you have these three women already in the Money in the Bank match. We're talking about Julia, Stephanie, and Roxanne. It says a lot about what they feel about them. It says a lot what they feel like their plans are for the future. And I would want nothing more than for one of them to win the Money in the Bank because I think you nailed it. I think that's what Money in the Bank should be. It should be to get young talent and establish them as top talent. And it should be used like that. And that being said, I have this thing like bugging me in my soul that has me not picking any single one of them. And something tells me I got Naomi.
Ooh.
I I think you mentioned that she's been doing good work lately. I think it's really picked up, and she's a really good talent who deserves a shot at a title and a run with a title, especially as a heel, because you haven't seen heel Naomi in WWE.
Mm-mm.
And I think it would be make for good TV. The current champions are baby faces. I mean, Tiffany, you can call her what she wants, but she's basically a baby face. The crowd is over itself for her. So I can have Naomi winning the Money in the Bank, and but I will put it at a confidence level of 1 because the field is so stacked. I think I would be happy with any single woman winning that match.
Oh yeah, except for Alexa Bliss. I'm not gonna lie to you guys or you, Clutch. I'm not into Bliss and her return. I would cut. Like I see no value in her. I see zero draw, zero abilities in the ring anymore. Nothing against her. I like her promo work. I thought she was always great on the mic. I just don't I don't know. Nothing I've seen of her gets me excited. So all right, I'm sorry to be so negative, people. I apologize. But we're gonna end it on the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, where we have Solo Sikoa, LA Knight, Penta. Don't drop anyone on their head. Seth Rollins, Andrade, and El Grande Americano. This match looks fun. Now that I'm looking at everyone, because I'm not gonna lie to you, people, I don't watch SmackDown, so I didn't know that Andrade was in this match until just now. And I forgot Solo was the first person to qualify. And that pisses me off because he's so boring. But anyway, I think there's gonna be some great spots. I am so happy El Grande Americano got in that match. When I watched that match full, and I said, "Man, that's cool. CM Punk gets in there. It's cool they're gonna have this dynamic with Punk, and it's cool." But God, can we please get Chad Gable in this match? I was just on the back of my mind going, "Please, can this happen?" And for the first time in years on a Monday night main event, I was surprised and I was so happy. Are you excited for him in this match too, man? I just love that he's in the main event. I just love it when he was with Punk and Finn Balor. I'm going, man, he's getting main event time. This is awesome.
AJ Styles.
Where's AJ Styles?
It was
Oh, it's AJ Styles. Oh my gosh, yeah, Finn Balor was okay. It was AJ Styles because Paul Heyman wanted him to. Hey, you should go for the Intercontinental title. Okay, yeah, I remember now. AJ Styles still main eventers. It's even better than Finn Balor.
yeah.
Yes.
I'm happy. I'm happy about this. I don't think it's going to happen, and I don't see it happening. That's why he's not going to be my pick. But where El Grande Americano wins Money in the Bank and then just takes off his mask and is like, "I'm Chad Gable. I have the Money in the Bank."
I thought you were going to say what I was about to say.
So
This is long-term storytelling. Gunther wins. He beats Jey Uso. Chad Gable comes out and beats Gunther for the world title instead of that Intercontinental title. Triple H. Imagine the pop. Just saying, it'd be fun. There's a story there. His family was involved. Chad Gable's been training for this moment to beat not just the luchadors, but to get up back at Gunther.
it would
How
be a
fun
good way to wrap it back around because the whole thing on the internet has been like, "Oh, Triple H completely forgot about this," and it would be a fun way to wrap it back around and have Chad Gable get a crowning moment.
people were talking about this on the internet.
They were like, "Oh, whatever happened to this?"
Huh?
And it should have been Gable, not Sammy, and the whole thing, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And I actually like it would be nice, like, and it would be cool regardless to just see a talent like Chad Gable get rewarded, whether he's Grande Americano or Chad Gable, because whatever he does, he makes it work, and he's just so good. He's a good personality, and he's good in the ring.
So I've been on this kick lately, because I'm getting old, Clutch. You know, as his days get long, right? I'm losing time, and I'm going, man. And this is wrestling. This is wrestling related. People, don't worry. I'm going. All these memories of me watching Kane and Chris Jericho and Rikishi, just watching the Raw matches and knowing what they're gonna do. Oh, Kane's about to go do this spot. Oh, good. You know, that's all wrestling is their spots, and you watch their matches and you learn what they do. And I'm going, time is ticking, and I need to start watching more like TV matches of Chad Gable and people I like. So for like this has been going on for weeks and weeks and weeks now, past maybe about 4 or 5 weeks. I've made time to just watch their matches because they're not going to be around forever, guys. And I will stop. And this is my point. I will stop and watch Chad Gable do anything. I'm going to watch this AAA match. I'm going to watch everything he does because we only get him for a little bit of time as fans. So we need to enjoy it now. I'm loving this run, and I'm loving the fact that he was in the main event of Monday Night Raw and that he won. I know he's not going to win this match, but man, it gives me hope that he's in it. It truly, truly does. But to me, there's only one person that's going to win this match. Only one. But is it too obvious, man? Is it too obvious for Seth Rollins? So I picked first this entire time. It's your turn to go.
I'll make this a little bit longer because I have so much thoughts about this. I had 3 people coming into this, 2 like favorites and 1 dark horse, and it was gonna be Seth Rollins. It was gonna be or LA Knight because going into LA Knight, I think they've been teasing him winning the Money in the Bank for the last 2 years. And maybe this is the year he's still as over as he was, and he can still be as effective on the mic and do everything he's been doing. And it'd be cool to give somebody like him a shot when he really hasn't, aside from that one match for the title. I think it was against Roman. And then obviously, like I wanted to put a dark horse because I don't know, Penta in a ladder match is fun, even if he might drop somebody and it's fun. And seeing him win and be elevated into a match against, for example, Gunther, I think that would be make for a really great wrestling match. But I don't know if he's on the world title level yet, or if he's ever going to get there to be a world champion in WWE. So, and I made it long just to make it interesting, but I have a feeling it's going to be a clean sweep across the board with everybody, including Chris, who's not here. I think it's going to be Seth. And it might be too obvious. It might be too obvious with Seth, but obviously, confidence level too.
It might be too obvious with Seth. That's why I kind of want to think about who. So what I'm thinking is because I truly think whoever wins this match is going to cash it in on. Well, at least that's the idea, and I think everyone thinks that. Why do you think they're making such a big deal about we're going to wrestle for the world title on Raw after Money in the Bank?
Mm-hmm.
WWE doesn't like having 2 Money in the Bank briefcases out there. They like to have one. Someone always cashes in quick, whether it be the night of or a couple ones down the line. So I'm thinking, if Solo wins, he's not going to go against Gunther or Jey Uso. He might go against Cena. We've already seen it. LA Knight versus Cena. Okay, all right, I can do that. That'd be fun. Penta, not a main eventer. Sorry, I love Penta, not a main. Andrade, same situation, not a main eventer. So it goes down to LA Knight, Seth Rollins, and Americano. That's my dark horse. Penta's not even on my level. As in, like, I love him. If he won, dude, I'd mark out. Trust me. But I just don't see it. So I think it's going to be Seth. Confidence level, I have 3 left. So confidence level 3, Seth Rollins. Money in the Bank. Bonus points. Does he cash it in the same night?
No, I don't think they catch it in the same night. I think you find a point there. The first opportunity for somebody to cash in is going to be a fake cash in, maybe if the tag match main events, because both champions again are going to be in there. But I think the first real opportunity for cash in would be that match, Gunther and Jay.
Can I throw a wild card out? And if this hits, and then after this prediction, right into the show, we're gonna say goodnight. But if this hits, I want Chris Koffler, El Grande, Ginger Americano, whatever your name is. There will be a cash in. It will be Seth Rollins. But will he pin John Cena? Is Logan Paul the 4th member? And will he turn on John Cena? And then that's when Seth Rollins comes in and then cashes in. I'm just throwing it out there. I think it'd be fun to see.
It would be fun, but that is wild. That's a wild one.
Just throw it out there. I think that there's going to be more members of this group. I don't think it's going to stop here. I don't think so. But we'll see. I'm excited. This is one of my favorite pay-per-views or PLEs of the year. I love to see Money in the Bank. I'm glad it's back to where it was instead of seeing Otis. And, me and Bobby did on No Holds Barred on Finstock Sports Network. We did a best and worst cash-ins or best and worst winners and Jack Swaggers. And there was a lot of bad ones in the Vince era. There was a lot of bad ones.
Remember Damien Sandow?
Yeah, we talked about him. Yeah. I forgot he won it. Totally forgot he won it. We went through the whole list. and the women's list and the men's list. And they're making a big deal, by the way, about this is the no women's ever lost. I think this is the first year we do see it. It's gonna be Roxanne Perez. I think Liv's gonna sabotage it. But anyway, I'm not giving out free spoilers anymore. I'm done with the show. Clutch, it's been awesome as usual. I can't wait to see Mariah May. I'm in love with Mariah May. She did not because of what you guys think. Wait till you watch her work. If you haven't seen her work, just watch. Just as Liv says, watch me. Watch her. She's gonna be awesome.
Just when you take out the interest out of NXT by moving all the other women up, you put Mariah May in there, and everybody's right back in.
Yep. And it's like, guys, I'm busy Tuesday nights. I don't have time for this. I really don't. But here I am. You got Ricky Saints. You got Ethan Page. Basically, I tweeted this out. I blue skied this out. Long time ago, there was a time AEW was demolishing NXT in ratings. Now those same people that were demolishing the ratings, they're just on NXT now. They're just there. So it's a fun time for me because I watch these guys and it's awesome. So, all right, man, we'll be back next week. We'll be breaking down the winners and losers of Money in the Bank. We'll be talking about Gunther's possible title reign or Jey Uso's or someone else's. So till next week, Clutch, we're out of here. You got anything else to say?
Nah, everything. I'm also looking forward to that AAA event. It looks like it's a good card.
Oh yeah, what date is that? That's Sunday?
Same day as Money in the Bank. It's like a few hours. It's at 3 in the afternoon for you guys.
Oh wow. So okay, I'm looking forward to that as well. So I'm not gonna watch wrestling all day. I'll watch a Triple H show another day. But till next week, guys. Peace out.